Good friends waste time together. Good friends are those who waste time together. These words were spoken to me by a spiritual mentor of mine. And while the words shocked me a little at first, I began to ponder them, and I realized that yes, maybe he was right. Throughout my life, my friends were those whom I played with, the ones that I spent a great amount of time with, the ones that I did sometimes nothing more than running around the town with ourselves, just being ourselves in the presence of each other. And yet, because of that friendship, those bonds that we made, we were able to do something special when the times arose. We were able to go out and clean up miles of litter along the highways. We were able to go and raise donations for a family who just lost everything in a house fire. And we were able to raise money to help different needs in our community. We did waste that time together, but in retrospect, those bonds allowed us to do something great when the times called for us. In our gospel story today, we see Jesus going from town to town as he makes his way to Jerusalem. It was in one of these towns that he was asked a question, probably a question that we probably have asked ourselves once or twice before. Teacher, who is it that will be saved? Now, Jesus, in giving his typical Jesus answered, gave us a parable about a homeowner who locks the door and secures his house. There's others outside still wanting to be let in. When the homeowner or the Lord refuses because he does not know who they are, they plead, "We were in your streets, we ate and drank in the same places, we know who you are." But the homeowner, although he may be an acquaintance of those outside, doesn't call them friends. He is not connected in any special way to them, and so he sends them away, much to their dismay. In our standards today, we might think that this is maybe insensitive or maybe cruel, not helping those in need, not helping those who are calling out to us. But we have to see it from the Lord's point of view. Even while those on the outside were acquainted with the Lord of the house, he was not a friend of theirs. And so he sends them on his way. In reflecting about this, I was wondering about what implications this gospel story might have on me. If Jesus was here before me today, would I find myself on the inside of the gates of heaven, or would I find myself on the outside looking in? Am I a good friend of Christ, or am I just an acquaintance that knows of him and passes him every now and then on the street? Well, I got to thinking about this, and I realized that friends do certain things together. And so just like we do things together with our friends here on earth, we have to do that if we wish to become friends with Christ as well. One thing that friends do is they share in conversation with each other. They talk to each other. We have to do this with Christ, and we do it quite a bit, except that we call it prayer. Prayer is nothing more than conversation between myself and my God, and we have to do this. It's a must. We have to be able to talk to God daily, whether it's in the morning, in the shower, in the car, at work. It doesn't matter where, and it doesn't matter when, as long as we pray, as long as we have that conversation with God. We have to be able to open ourselves up to him, to cry on his shoulder, to laugh with him about the good times, to share in those special moments, just like we do our friends here. And in doing so, those friendship bonds between us and the Lord will grow even stronger. Another thing that friends do together is that they visit each other's house. Now, we have to make sure that our homes are ready to receive Christ. In fact, I heard just some interesting facts that if our house or domestic church, our household, is Christ-centered, and we show that, the children in our homes are 95% likely to become active Christians, active Catholics. That's powerful. We have to make sure our homes are ready to receive Jesus as a friend, just like we would receive friends on a daily basis. Is our home ready? Is my home ready? Is it holy? Is it reverent? Would Jesus feel welcome there? I have to work on that and make sure that it is. And likewise, we have to visit Jesus in his home. And look around, and y'all understand that because y'all wouldn't be here in Mass if you didn't believe otherwise. Being here within these walls is important. But visiting a friend is more than just our Sunday obligation. We can come and attend a daily Mass, maybe come and enjoy adoration, or we can even just come and sit here anytime and soak up God's glory and radiance as we just meditate with His love. These walls are important to be here, and there's very few other places that we can be face to face with Christ. A final thing that friends do together is they waste time as they go on trips with one another. We often go on vacation with family friends, but have you went on a trip lately with Christ? When's the last time that you've gone on a pilgrimage or maybe a retreat? Luckily, we have retreats that are starting to come up more and more regularly here at St. Mary's. And I encourage you, take that trip with Christ, take that vacation with Christ, and go on one of these retreats or one of these pilgrimages. It'll be amazing. You'll make wonderful memories. I will make wonderful memories. And so we must go, because this is where that friendship bond will be made. And those memories are going to be what propels us forward as we move through the difficult obstacles that we may face. So, am I a friend of Christ? Going back to the original question I asked myself, I have to say, yes, I believe that I am a true friend of Christ, but I can always be a better friend. There is no other relationship that is more important between that relationship between Jesus and ourselves. Therefore, I have to continue to work on my friendship. I have to continue to pray. Again, that conversation is a must daily. I have to continue to make sure that my house is ready to welcome Christ as I seek opportunities to be at His house as well. And I have to take those important trips to form those important memories with Christ in retreats or a pilgrimage. And just as my friends and I were able to do great things because of those bonds of friendship, the Lord will have us doing amazing things here on earth as we become the hands and feet of Christ. And so, as we get ready to begin our liturgy of the Eucharist, I ask that you join me in growing your friendship with Christ as well. And as I continue to waste time with Jesus, I hope to waste time with you all as well. And may Jesus' peace and His friendship be yours now and forever.